Hey ZOOSK members, my name is Amy North and I'm a relationship coach from Vancouver, Canada. Today I want to share with you some tips for making a man fall for you online. While this may sound like a tricky thing to do, once you know my 3 tips, you'll have absolutely no trouble connecting with a man and sending him head over heels for you. Before I get started, I'd just like to add that if you like what you learn here, then head on over to my YouTube channel for more women's dating advice. I'll put the link in the description below. Now, let's get started. Number 1, be positive. Nothing draws men in more than a woman's natural positivity and happiness. So, if you're the kind of woman that reflects on the negative or complains a lot, then it's not going to intrigue him. In fact, it'll probably send him running. Since men want to be around women who make them feel good, showing him your organic positivity will pull him in like a kitten in string. To do so, be sure to keep your conversations light and bubbly and do your best to avoid any pessimistic talk. Bear in mind that this doesn't mean you can't embrace heavier topics should they come up, but rather try to keep the overall feel of your conversations pleasant. Number 2, ask him questions. You know how frustrating it can be when you're stuck in a one-way conversation, unable to get a word in? Well, that bothers men too. To make a man fall for you online, it's important that you show interest in him. When you do, it'll intrigue him and he'll want to keep chatting with you. Don't get me wrong here. This doesn't mean that you should smother him with attention or interrogate him with personal questions, but rather open up the conversation and give him the floor to speak. To do so, ask him questions that'll get him invested in the conversation. While a simple, "How was your day?" or "What are you doing this weekend?" will only get you so far, digging deeper and asking him about his dreams and goals, passions and interests will spike his interest in you. Why? Because he'll not only appreciate you taking the time to know him, but in turn he'll reciprocate and become more interested in getting to know you better too. When done correctly, this is one of the most powerful things you can do to make a man fall for you. Just be careful not to come across as insincere. If you're only asking about his interests to keep the conversation going, he'll be able to sniff out your motives. On the other hand, being genuinely interested in getting to know him will take you far. For more tips on ways to communicate with a guy you like, pop on over to my website, www.coachnorth.net, and watch the video presentation. You don't want to miss it. Number 3, leave him wanting more. My third and final tip for making a man fall for you online is to leave him wanting more. Since men are hunters at heart, they appreciate the challenge of trying to win you over. In other words, they want to have to work for you. Since connecting with someone online is vastly different from in person, the best way to leave him wanting more is to limit the information you give him and the affection and attention you show him. This means that instead of spilling your guts out to him or telling him how wonderful you think he is, take it slow and make him come back for more. If from your first conversation he knows all there is to know about you and you've made it crystal clear that you're into him, well, frankly, he's going to get bored fast. By holding back a bit, you're actually putting yourself further ahead when it comes to making him fall for you. Well, that's all the time I have for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions or would like to learn more tips for winning over a man, then pop on over to my website and check out the video. Again, the URL is www.coachnorth.net, and you'll be able to find my contact information there too. Before I wrap this up, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to ZOOSK for having me. It's been a pleasure, and until next time, take care and good luck.